Have you ever felt like your mornings just drift by? Like you wake up, go through the motions, maybe pour a cup of coffee, sit by the window, flip through your phone or the newspaper, and yet something still feels off. Maybe it's a nagging stiffness in your body, or that subtle tiredness that never quite goes away. You're not alone. A lot of people over 60 feel like the mornings have lost their spark. But what if I told you that just a few small changes to your morning routine could actually add years to your life? Years full of energy, clarity, and peace. You see, mornings set the tone for the entire day. What you do in those first couple of hours has a much bigger impact on your health than most people realize. That's not just feel good advice. It's backed by decades of medical and psychological research. After 60, your body speaks louder than ever. The H's, the fatigue, the foggy thinking, those are all little whispers saying, "Please take care of me." And here's the good news. It doesn't take some big expensive program or a gym membership to feel better. It just takes 5 habits. 5 simple, practical things you can start doing right now to feel stronger, sharper, and more alive every morning. So today, I want to share those 5 morning habits with you. Not as some checklist you'll forget tomorrow, but as a gentle guide to help you reclaim your mornings, and maybe even your years ahead. Let's ease into it. Let's start with the first habit, one you can do before your feet even touch the floor. When you wake up, resist the urge to spring out of bed right away. Instead, give your body a few minutes to gently wake up with you. While you're still lying there, try this. Slowly roll your ankles and wrists. Take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and let it out just as slowly. Stretch your arms above your head and give your spine a little twist, side to side. It might seem too simple to matter, but this gentle movement helps your circulation, wakes up your joints, and tells your nervous system that it's time to start the day with ease, not with shock. After 60, sudden movement, especially first thing in the morning, can actually put strain on your heart, your back, and your balance. But these few soft stretches in bed reduce stiffness, support your blood pressure as it adjusts, and prepare your body to move safely. Think of it like warming up an old car on a cold morning. You don't slam the gas pedal. You let it idle first. Your body deserves the same patience. Now, once you're up and moving, let's talk about water. Not coffee, not juice, just plain, room temperature water. One of the best things you can do for your heart, your digestion, your brain, and even your mood is to drink a full glass of water within the first 20 minutes of waking up. After 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body is actually a little dehydrated. And dehydration, even mild, affects your blood flow, your energy levels, and your ability to think clearly. It can even make you feel more anxious or irritable. Things we often blame on age, but are often just the result of being a little too dry on the inside. Now here's the thing. Don't gulp it down. Sip it steadily while you move through your morning. Add a slice of lemon if you like. It helps with digestion and adds a bit of flavor. Just this one habit alone, replacing your first drink with water instead of caffeine, can lower inflammation, support kidney health, and improve skin elasticity. You'll feel it by the end of the week. More clarity, more energy, fewer headaches. And speaking of movement, let's go right into the next habit, because this one might surprise you. After water, give yourself 5 to 10 minutes of light movement. Not a full workout. Not yet. Just light, intentional motion. Walk around your home, stretch your arms, gently bend your knees, maybe step outside and breathe in some fresh air if you can. The point is to get your blood flowing, to tell your muscles it's time to turn on. One of the biggest causes of injury and fatigue in people over 60 isn't lack of strength. It's lack of circulation. When your body isn't moving, your blood isn't delivering enough oxygen to your brain, your organs, or your muscles. That's why so many people feel foggy, or sluggish in the morning, and why H's seem to come out of nowhere. But when you move, even just for a few minutes, you're telling your whole system, I'm here. I'm ready. And your body listens. You start to feel more balanced, more alert. Your posture improves, your digestion gets a boost, and your mood shifts. Because movement releases those feel-good chemicals we often forget still exist in us. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Walter. He's 74. Used to wake up feeling stiff and cranky every morning. It's just old age, he'd say. But I asked him to try this. Just 10 minutes of light movement after his water. 2 weeks later, he tells me, I don't wake up like a broken lawn chair anymore. That's the power of a small, consistent habit. These first 3 habits, gentle stretching in bed, a full glass of water, and light movement, work together like a quiet morning ritual. They don't demand much, but they give so much in return. More energy, less pain, a sharper mind, and perhaps most importantly, they give you back a sense of control. Because that's what mornings are really about, reminding yourself that you're still in charge of your life, your body, and your day. Now that we've talked about how to wake up gently, hydrate, and move with intention, let's keep going. There's something else that people often overlook in their morning routine. But once you include it, it can transform how you feel not just physically, but emotionally too. There's a certain kind of silence in the early morning that feels almost sacred. It's quiet enough to hear yourself think, to feel your breath, and to notice how your heart is really doing. That's why the next habit is all about tending not just to your body, but to your inner world. Once you've gently stretched, had your water, and moved a bit, take just 5 minutes. No more, no less, to sit quietly. No phone, no television, no background noise. Just you, your breath, and the moment you're in. You can close your eyes, or keep them open if that feels more comfortable. The goal here isn't to meditate perfectly or clear your mind. The goal is to check in with yourself. Ask yourself, how do I feel today? Not in a dramatic way, but honestly. Is there tension in your shoulders? A heaviness in your chest? Are you already worrying about something? Most of us, especially as we age, are so used to pushing through discomfort, emotional or physical, that we forget how much we're carrying. But 5 minutes of quiet attention to your own mind can lower blood pressure, reduce stress hormones, and help you face the rest of the day with clarity and calm. Now, if sitting in silence feels strange at first, try focusing on your breathing. Breathe in through your nose, hold for a moment, and then breathe out through your mouth. Nice and slow. That rhythm alone tells your body, you're safe, you're steady, you're home. You might be surprised how powerful that simple act becomes. Many people over 60 find that starting their day with quiet presence, not rushing into tasks or news, gives them a sense of peace they didn't even know they were missing. And the science agrees. Just 5 minutes of intentional stillness in the morning has been linked to improved memory, better emotional regulation, and even stronger immune function. Think of it as your mental and emotional vitamin for the day. After those few quiet moments, you're now more in tune with your body. You've hydrated, you've moved, and you've connected with yourself. That's a pretty powerful way to start a day. But there's still one more habit that truly ties it all together. And it's this: feed yourself with intention. I'm not just talking about food, though that's important. I'm talking about what you put into your life at the very beginning of your day. Because after 60, it's not just your stomach that's hungry in the morning. Your mind, your heart, and your spirit are too. And what you feed them matters. Start by choosing something positive to listen to or read. Maybe it's a favorite piece of music that lifts your mood. Maybe it's a short passage from a book that inspires you. Maybe it's stepping outside for a moment and watching the birds or noticing the sky. These small choices shape the tone of your entire day. Too often, the first thing we reach for is the news, or worse, our phones. And while it's important to stay informed, flooding your mind with stress and chaos first thing in the morning can weigh you down before the day even begins. Instead, feed yourself something that reminds you of the good in the world, the progress you've made, the beauty that still exists, because that's what will carry you through the day with strength and purpose. My Aunt Louise, she's 82 now, has a ritual. Every morning after her glass of water and a little stretch, she reads one quote out loud. Just one. Sometimes it's from a book of poetry. Sometimes it's something her husband once wrote in a letter. And she swears by it, says it reminds her that she's not just living another day. She's creating another day. That difference, it's everything. When you give yourself nourishing thoughts in the morning, your brain lights up in new ways. You're less likely to feel isolated, more likely to stay active, and far more likely to face the day with hope instead of hesitation. And yes, now let's talk about food, because your body needs nourishment too, not just comfort. After 60, your metabolism changes, your digestion slows, and your body becomes more sensitive to what you eat. That doesn't mean giving up everything you love. It means starting your day with the kind of fuel that sustains you. Think about a simple breakfast rich in fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Maybe it's a bowl of oatmeal with walnuts and berries. Maybe it's a boiled egg with whole grain toast and a few slices of avocado. Maybe it's a smoothie packed with spinach, banana, and flaxseed. It doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be real. Food that gives your body strength, not just quick satisfaction. And here's the real key: eat slowly. Chew with awareness. Taste your food. When you rush through breakfast, your body doesn't have time to catch up. And that leads to cravings, fatigue, and mood swings later on. But when you eat with intention, you're telling your body you're worth taking care of. So let's take a step back and see where we are. You've eased into the day with gentle stretches. You've hydrated your body. You've moved with purpose. You've sat quietly with yourself. And you've nourished not just your stomach, but your soul and your mind. That's not just a morning routine. That's a lifestyle shift. One that builds over time. One that speaks louder than any medication or supplement ever could. Because the truth is, the way we begin our day often decides the kind of life we lead. After 60, every choice matters a little more. But that's not a burden. That's a blessing. You get to be the author of your mornings, the artist of your well-being, and those little morning habits. They're your brushstrokes. Every one of them adds color, strength, and vibrancy to the picture of your life. Let's keep going. There's one final habit, one that ties all the others together and gives your mornings an even deeper meaning. The one that ties all the others together and gives your mornings an even deeper meaning. It might surprise, because it has nothing to do with stretching, drinking water, or eating greens. It's about connection, the final habit that can truly add years, not just to your life, but to the life in your years, is reaching out to someone each morning. Now, that might sound too simple, but connection, real human connection, is one of the most overlooked medicines in the world. After 60, many people begin to experience something they don't often talk about. The quiet loneliness that sneaks in between the cracks of the day. Maybe friends have moved away. Maybe your partner is gone. Maybe your grown children are busy raising families of their own. And while independence is a wonderful thing, we humans were never meant to go through life without touch points. Those moments when someone simply says, "Hey, I'm thinking of you." That's why this fifth morning habit is so powerful. It's about making one small gesture that reminds you and someone else that you're still part of something greater. It could be a quick phone call to an old friend just to say good morning, a voice message to a grandchild, a kind email, even waving to a neighbor as they collect the paper. The size of the gesture doesn't matter. What matters is the feeling behind it. And here's the beautiful twist. When you do this consistently, day after day, you start to notice something remarkable. You feel lighter. Your mood lifts. You walk through the day with a little more grace. Studies have shown that seniors who maintain daily social contact, no matter how small, experience lower rates of depression, better memory retention, and even a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. Simply because they remind themselves every morning, I belong. I remember speaking with a gentleman named Harold. He's 74, lives alone, and every morning, without fail, he texts the same message to 3 people. Just 5 words, rise and shine, still here. And you know what? Every single day, all 3 reply. Sometimes with a joke, sometimes with a heart emoji, but always with love. Harold told me that habit, those little connections, keep him going even on the harder days. He says it reminds him that life isn't over after 60. It's evolving. So why not make that part of your mornings, too? Right after breakfast, or maybe even before, reach out. No pressure. No performance. Just one moment of shared humanity. That connection is the glue that binds all your other habits together. Because it gives you a reason to stretch, a reason to nourish yourself, a reason to keep moving forward. And really, isn't that what life is about? Waking up each day with a sense of meaning. Not because everything is perfect, but because you're still here, still growing, still capable of adding value to someone else's life. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, but I don't have anyone left to reach out to, I want you to hear this loud and clear. It's never too late to start building new connections. There are local community groups, online forums, even social clubs for seniors looking to make friends, share stories, and support each other. Sometimes, just leaving a kind comment on someone's post or sharing a smile at the store can spark something new. One small spark, that's all it takes. So take a breath with me. Let's put it all together now. Not as a to-do list, but as a lifestyle, a rhythm, a quiet promise to yourself. You wake up, you give your body a gentle stretch, you hydrate, giving your cells what they crave. You move, just enough to tell your muscles you still own them. You sit with yourself in silence, touching base with the core of who you are. You feed yourself, not just food, but thoughts that uplift you. And then you reach out to a voice, a friend, a memory, a stranger. And with that, your day begins, not by accident, but by design. You're not just passing time, you're investing it. And that's what makes all the difference. I know it's easy to feel like habits don't matter much anymore. That maybe it's too late to make real change. But the truth is, after 60, your time becomes more precious, not less. And the habits you build now can ripple through every corner of your life, bringing more energy, more clarity, more connection, and yes, even more years. Not just any years either. Years that feel good. Years that let you keep doing the things you love. Years where you feel proud of how you show up for yourself and for others. So, if you take nothing else from this video, let it be this: your mornings matter. Not because someone told you they should, but because you deserve to wake up every day feeling strong, clear, connected, and alive. If this video spoke to you, take a moment to share your thoughts in the comments. What does your morning look like? Is there a habit here you'd like to try? Or one you already swear by? Your story might inspire someone else to begin again. And if you haven't already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community of vibrant, wise, and spirited folks just like you. People who believe that aging is not about slowing down, but about rising up with more grace and intention than ever before. So here's to you, to your mornings, to your years ahead, and to living fully at every age.